Hello student, today we're going to go over how to play Merrily We Roll Along. And if you work with me in the store, we have the champion strings. It's going to be on page 14 and we're going to do the very top two lines. The rest of the song is on the next two lines as well, or the two little sections, but it's all the same song. So we're going to start with just plucking. And if you feel comfortable with the bow, you can go ahead and do that. But for now, we're going to learn how to pluck the basic notes. So the first thing we notice while looking at the song in the book is that it only has quarter notes and one half note. Remember, quarter notes only have one beat, and a half note has two. So when we see a half note, when it has white in the middle, the only notes we are going to be using for this song is open D, the second string, first tape on the D string, which is E, and the second tape, which is F sharp. Only three notes we need to know, and they're all on the same string. Practice going up and down that. Plucking. And remember, when we're plucking guitar style, we want to use our thumb for the bottom. But the same fingers should be used for our left hands as if we were playing up here. So, to begin, the first measure is F sharp, E, D, and E. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to practice that little combination. We start with the second finger, F sharp, going down 1 to E, and then open D, and then we go back up to 1 for that E. So that's the very first measure. The second part is just one note, and it's the F sharp, the second tape. That's 3 quarter notes, so that means you're going to play it 3 times. The next measure is just the E 3 times. And the measure after that is the F sharp again 3 times. So let's go back to the beginning and put it together. The first measure, you start on your second finger, F sharp, E, D, back up to that E. And after that, we're going to do the series of 3s, which is the F sharp, 1, 2, 3, the E, 1, 2, 3, and then back to the F sharp, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play it kind of fast so we could hear what we have so far. Right, by now we're starting to recognize how the song sounds a little bit. And don't worry about going too fast. Go as slow as you like, or pause the video and rewind if you need to go over it again. So, that is the end of the first line of the song. We're going to go down to the second line if you have your book, and we start again on that F sharp, meaning the second tape on the D string. A reminder for us, this is just on the D string, only the one string. So we start on the F sharp again, go down to the E, open D, and back to the E. So we notice that's the exact same pattern we open up the song with. So it's F sharp, E, D, and E. I'm going to play it one more time without me speaking. Don't worry about going too fast. You go slow if you would like. The next measure is the 3 F sharps again, just like the first line. But the next measure after that is a little bit different. So after we play, we're going to go back down to the E, play it twice. 1, 2, up back to the F sharp, back to the E, and then end on a half note D, means you let it ring out for about 2 beats, or it's twice as long as the quarter note that we are playing. So I'm going to play the last line completely all the way through. The last measure is probably the most tricky because we're used to the 3s, but we just have to remember when we're looking at the book to count carefully. 1, 2 E's, because there's 2 quarter notes, 1 F sharp, and then 1 E. And then the last note is just an open D to play and let it ring out, and that's it. You know the song. If you notice that when I'm plucking, sometimes my other fingers kind of go down and they tug underneath. I only do that for now so we could see my fingers a little clearly. But when we're actually playing, we want to keep all fingers kind of hovering over so that they're ready to use. Luckily for this song, we only need the first 2 fingers, so I tucked these 2 away so we could see, but normally we would have them all up. It's just a little bit easier to see. So I'm going to play through the whole song once so we know how it sounds like. Alright, if you need to pause or rewind any part of that video, feel free to go ahead. If you're one of my students in the store and if you have a question, feel free to contact me and message me anytime during the week. Good job and go practice.